All right, so here's how you do the rational root test using just your calculator. The only two things you need to be able to identify are the biggest negative and smallest positive. So I'm going to go ahead and go to y equals and type in the problem. So 5x cubed plus 62x squared plus 59x. It is super important that you type this in correctly. If you type the function in wrong, everything is going to be busted from there. Okay, so I typed in my function. Your biggest negative is always going to be your constant number, which is 14, but as a negative. So regardless of what sign that last number is, you always need to make it a negative. So my biggest negative is negative 14, and then my smallest positive is always going to be 1 over q. My q number is 5, so that means my smallest positive is going to be 1 over 5. So the next thing we're going to do is go to second window, and I'm going to change my table start to my biggest negative, which was negative 14, and I'm going to change my delta table into my smallest positive, which was 1 divided by 5. Now what I'm going to do is go to second graph. That takes me to my table. And I need to start where x is negative 14, and I can stop looking when x is positive 14. But what I'm really looking at is, I'm looking at these blue numbers in this y column. When I find a 0 in that column, it's a rational root. So you just have to basically keep clicking until you find a 0 in that column. And I see one right here at negative 0.4. There's a 0 in the y column. This 0 right here does not count because it's in the x column. You're always going to have one of those, but it does not count as a rational root. So I have one so far, but I need to keep looking until I get to positive 14. All right, so here's positive 14. I did not see any other rational roots, so negative 0.4 is my one and only answer.